Bruchim Habayim, welcome for our daily Mussar. We would like again to thank you for the support and joining us and watching us, and for the questions that you ask us and the email through the emails. Again, Rabbi Gaon at gmail.com, on Facebook at Yeshiva Etzion, Etzion. Feel free. We also probably in 2 weeks we're going to have a big lecture, so those of you who are locally are free to and welcome to join us. I think it's going to be Wednesday, February 6th. Again, this is from Sefer Sha'arei Kedusha, Gates of Holiness. In Judaism, we have concepts of purity and impurity. One of the greatest levels of impurity is called Avi Avot Atumah. In loose translation will be father of all impurities. The granddaddy of all impurities. After that comes, what comes? Avatuma. The daddy of all impurities. You want to know what the daddy of all impurities is? Or a member of this honorable association? Greed. Greed is Avatum'ah. Why? Because it brings about hatred, jealousy. It will make people, or bring about oppression, swearing in vain. In other words, you now forget about swearing in vain. Not keeping your word. How precious it is today when somebody, you say, oh, he's a man of his words. It's not so common today. But to swear would even bring you about to murder. Vihi ha'asirit shebe'aseret hadibrot, and it's the last one in the 10 Commandments. Shkula, compared to all of them. What's the point in believing in God if you don't believe that you got what you need or what you deserve, and the other person got what he deserves and what he needs? It is a most difficult thing to deal with, because we are very unhappy with what we have. Very unhappy. If somebody is successful, let's take God out of the picture for a second. If somebody is successful because he worked hard, because he was willing to pay the price, he was willing to sacrifice whatever he needed to sacrifice to succeed, and he made it. And the other person made his choices and didn't succeed, or at least he doesn't think he succeeded, and now he has less than the other person. What makes citizen B feel entitled to the fruits of citizen A? That's called greed. Sometimes we like to call it social correctness, or social responsibility, or occupy it. There's no more than greed. We all have the choices. And if we don't, if somebody was born smarter than me and with better abilities than me, okay, that's his gift. I also have qualities that he might not have. Why don't I look at that? Why do I look at the negative? What he has more than me. Why won't I look at what I don't have? I have that is more than him. For example, we say, Marbe nechasim, marbe de'aga. If you have a lot of possessions, you have a lot to worry about. So if this person is a multi-millionaire and he has a multi-billion-dollar business, and thousands of people working for him. He has a lot to worry about. And I, that don't have a lot, I'm free. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not so influenced by the price of grain that will be due to hot weather in Australia or something. So I don't really care. It's fine. Don't you see the blessing in what you have? Refusing to see the blessing is refusing to see God. It's very simple. And it says, why is that? Why is keneged kulam? Ki eino lo tizba osher ke'ein hanachash. His eye, or his desire, would never be fulfilled like the eye of the snake. What does it mean, like the eye of the snake? Now, the eye of the tiger, the eye of the snake. What is that? Shene'emar bo. Because it says in Isaiah 65. Venachash afar lachmo, and the snake, his bread, so-called his food, is dirt. Uchtiv, and it says in Mishlei, nivhal lehon ishra ayin. When a person sees that somebody has a lot of money, is unhappy. Why don't you have a guy who's rich? What do you care? Hata'ava, v'aru chachamim, Chazal said, Hata'ava motziya et ha'adam min ha'olam. A person who is motivated by desire, who is immersed with desire, would make him lose his world. If the snake eats his food, it's a metaphor, because the snake needs sand to digest his food. But if sand is his food, he always wants to eat. It's never going to be enough. There's no end to desire. And Adam niftar min ha'olam v'chatzi ta'avato beyado. A person would not depart from this world with even half of his desire in his hands. Very simple. You want $1 million. Who wants $1 million? I want $1 million. I mean, well, mine. But you got $1 million. So, okay. We reach our destination. All right, let's not live life the way we wanted to live life. You always want to take a trip to Scotland. All right, go ahead. You have $1 million. Go do it. You want to go to Grand Canyon. Go live life. So, well, $1 million nowadays is not what $1 million used to be back then. I said, okay, not a problem. I have a special thing for you. I'll put you in a time machine. I'm going to send you 20 years back into the past. Again, empty. And then I'm going to send you your $1 million. So go ahead. Go live your life. You know what you're going to tell me? Well, $1 million is not what it used to be. It's a lot, but it's not what it used to be. You're never going to be happy. So I said, okay, what will take you to be happy? I'll tell you the truth, between you and me and the lamppost, if I had $2 million, you want 2, then you want 3. You want 3, you want 4, you want 6. It's never going to be enough. I don't understand a guy like Warren Buffett. Why do you need to work? Or maybe his name is really Warren Bluffett. I don't understand. Why sit down now and do what you owe. I mean, how much money what do you need all this thing for? What was the purpose of getting all this? Sit down and now read your books and go take some courses in college. More money, more money, more money, more money. What's that more money? Well, for what? I don't understand that. So, desire is a bad motivator in terms of that. Why? Ki matrido mi esek haTorah. By having a great desire for material possessions would distract you from doing what you need to do, and that is esek haTorah. umikiyum mitzvotav, and doing the mitzvot. Excuse me, Rabbi, could I daven mincha right after shacharit, back to back? Because I've got a lot of things to do. I have a lot on my plate. I don't have time to pray. So what did I tell this guy? Do me a favor, don't even pray. What are you doing, a favor to someone? What's the point? You're going to be so busy. Do me a favor, it's okay. Don't do it. What you come here for? You don't want to ask yourself, what is the purpose of me coming to this world? To work. So you go every day on the bus. You don't get off. You're going to go, step your card. You're going to do your work. Woo, time out. Step your card. Go back on the bus. Come home. The same routine for how many years? 40 years? 50 years? This is what life is all about? You gotta be kidding me. No wonder everybody's so miserable. I would be miserable too. That thought came to my head when I was in 8th grade. I went one time on the bus and I was looking at people around me because I had to go on the bus backward and forward, public bus. And I say every day I see the same people and they sit in the same seats. And it's like, I was fascinated by this. But one second. This is what life has to offer me. I don't want to grow up. I would rather live in a shack in the Copacabana than to do that. It doesn't make sense to me. Don't call me Rico, but it's and a person like this, kofer bahashgacha, does not believe in divine intervention, and the Kadosh Baruch Hu takes care of him. Ve'eino ma'amin, does not believe she'akol al yedei hashgachato yitbarach, you get what you get because God wanted you to get it. Don't you see the bracha that you have? Let's say you have a 10-year-old car. You complain because you really wanted the Mustang GT Shelby or 500. I want one also. I wouldn't mind to have it. I don't go out of my way. So you have a 10-year-old car. You don't see the bracha in your 10-year-old car. Hey, not a problem. I'm going to take the car away from you. And now you're going to conduct your business or go about your life without a car. And after a year or 2 years like this, I tell you, how about I give you a 12-year-old car? So, how about to bring me? I'll give you the same car back again. Now you'll be happy because you don't appreciate what it is. You don't pay attention because you're greedy. And it already said in Masechet Sotah, in the Gemara, it says, Masechet Sotah, Daf Memchet, Kol mi sheyesh lo pat besalo, whoever has bread in his basket, ve'omer, and it says, what should I eat tomorrow? Harei hu mikratnei ha'emunah. It doesn't have a real belief. And it says that katznud ha'emunah, some people have emunah, but they don't have a lot of emunah. Katnut, very small emunah, would cause even a tzaddik, a righteous man, to be disgraced la'olam lavo, in the world to come. In the future, he'll be disgraced. Aval bitachon, to have bitachon, to have true belief, you are assured in the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes care of you. Ma'ala and ma'ala kamoa. There's nothing better than that. To have bitachon, I believe in Hashem. I believe that Hashem will give, but I don't really trust Him to give me. I believe you. I don't really trust you. So it could happen to a lot of us. But to have bitachon, I'm sure, I have no doubt. It doesn't mean now you have to throw all behind you and not to put your effort. Gotta do what you gotta do. Don't close your businesses and then just sit at home and say, I have bitachon. Because then you're gonna be tested and you're gonna fail. You have to build it up. Slowly, slowly. It will take time. Do what you need to do. And there is, because it says, Ashrei kol chosei bo, Lucky are those who would hover, would take shelter under Hashem. Give me shelter. There's a storm coming. You're asking shelter from Hashem. It's just a breath away. V'chol mi she'ma'amin, and whoever believes sheyesh Eloha ba'olam, that there is God in the world, sheyachol, that is able, umashgiach, and watches us. On him, that pasuk what says, lucky who hovers in Hashem. Baruch HaGever, it says in Yirmiyahu, bless he the man, asher yiftach be'Hashem, who trusts Hashem, ve'aya Hashem miftacho. Not only he trusts, Hashem is his rescue. Hashem is the rock. Not only you trust it, you know it, and it's his shelter. This is your citadel which you gather in. He would rescue you. Muftachlo, if a person is like this, muftachlo, guaranteed, shelo yichsar mezonotav, that he's going to have food. Doesn't mean he's going to be eating foie gras every day and beluga caviar if it's kosher or not. It's a different case. You're going to have enough to eat because you have bitachon. As the pasuk says, "Hashlech al Hashem yihavecha." Put your trust in Hashem. And then again, it does not mean sit down and do nothing. Say, okay, Hashem, Habibi, you know what? You go stamp the car for me. Go to work. Put your effort, but don't be greedy. Understand that it all comes from Hashem. You don't need to now, let's say, have on eBay itself. It's enough if you have a small eBay business that generates you enough for you to eat, enough for you to maintain your family, to provide them with food and shelter. But it doesn't say anywhere that you are entitled to have ostrich sofa and crocodile boots because that's what I want, because I deserve it. You have shoes, Baruch Hashem. You have, I don't know, whatever you wear, Timberlands, or whatever you wear. It's good. No. It's a baracha also. You don't like your Timberlands or whatever shoes you wear. Not a problem. Not a problem. It's 11 degrees outside. I want you to walk a quarter of a mile barefoot. Then let's see how much you like your Timberlands. It's very simple. You don't believe me? Try it. You don't want to be taken away from you. It says, when you trust your Ashlech Yavechal Hashem, all your effort put on Hashem, Hu Yechal Kelecha, He's going to sustain you. But you need to create that pipe so the wealth will come down. But this is all in a condition. Betnai, Sheyeh be'emet, you're going to be truthful. And that is the key. Technically speaking, yes, you could sit at home, and if you have tremendous bitachon, it will fall for you like man on the thing. But you have to be extremely careful, because it has to be be'emet, truthful. He says, no, I really mean that. Let's see it happens. Ubechol libo, in all your heart, belo chol pikpuk, without even a smidgen of a doubt. Could you bring yourself to that level? No. It's very hard. That's why you have to put your effort. You need to understand. But you have to put your effort. And if you think you are at that level, you are arrogant. Ve'od ki biyoto boteach. But when you do that, don't sit at home and watch the sun rises, pretend that you are somewhere, You have the free time. Come and do Torah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give you. What are you doing with your free time? You're watching YouTube? What do you do with your free time? Are you learning? You're not learning. So what do you think you deserve anything? If you do the right thing, is to learn Torah. In return, you'll become an active member of the community. Share whatever was given to you with others. Then we can talk. It's very easy to say when you don't have the money, let go of everything, let God take care of me. But the real test is Let's say you are very successful and you're a millionaire. At the peak of your success, you're going to say, I'm off. I'm not doing this. I'm going to learn now. That's a test. Would you be able to do that? I don't think so. Could you do it? Yes, but you need to work. To reach this level, you need to work on your emunah all the time. And the way to work on your emunah is to understand that everything that you have comes from Hashem. To see the bracha, the blessing, to be positive, and to appreciate every single thing you have, big or small. If you're not able to do that, you have a problem. You need to work on it. If you have a Yamaha guitar and now you want a Gibson Les Paul signed by whoever, you're not happy with that, you're not going to be happy with this either. It's to see the bracha, to see HaKadosh Baruch Hu in everything that you have. To be able to identify the blessing in everything that you have. To be able to identify the holy spark in everything that you have. And if you'll do that, you'll be happy with your wife. You'll be happy with your kids. You'll be happy with your life. If not, it doesn't make a difference who is your spouse. It's never going to be good. It doesn't make a difference if your kids got 120 out of 100 in a test. It's never going to be good. It doesn't make a difference if you wear $3,000 shoes. It's never going to be good. And it says, when you do osek b'Torah without a doubt in your heart that that's what you need to do, and you're doing the mitzvot bechol libo vekol kocho, you do the mitzvah with all your might, with all your power, with all your passion, not because you have to, because you want to. When your words in tefillah, you want to connect one word to the other, and then when you pray, you don't want to, in a way, depart from Hashem. You want HaKadosh Baruch Hu to allow you to be able to pray a minute longer. You know what the difference will be your tefillah if you pray instead of 5 minutes, you pray 1 minute extra, 6 minutes. But don't pray a minute extra because you want to impress the guy next to you that you pray slower than him. Pray because you want to pray. When you're going to have, or some of you have, or those of you who don't have, or will have Bezat Hashem kids, when you're going to spend time with your kids, spend time with your kids because you want to, not because you have to. Sometimes it's sad to me to see parents that Chaz v'Shalom divorce and split, and then they have to fulfill the requirement to visit the kids X amount of things, otherwise they get a penalty by the court or something. It's terrible. That's a different way of looking at things. And when you do this like this, Belo Hiru Klal, and you're able to remove greed from your heart, if greed is avatumah, and you don't bring it about, you stay tahor, you stay pure all the time. And what we say, v'taher libenu betoratecha, in your Torah. In our Torah, in Torah or mitzvot, purify our heart. Therefore, if a person has a little bit of problem with greed, and you don't know what to do with it, I'll tell you what you do with it. Take your greed and move it, reroute it, make a spiritual detour, and make your greed to learn more and to become a better person. And say, how come he became a better person? That nobody would ask. How come he became a better person than me? How did it come that he's a righteous person than me? What did I do wrong in my life that I did not take the appropriate step to become such a good person? That greed nobody wants. So if you have a problem with greed, root it to positive things that eventually will bring you. And when you do that, you want to learn more, you want to do mitzvot, and so on and so forth, and slowly, the Torah will clean you, will cleanse you like a spiritual mikveh. and you'll become pure and clean. V'tahir libenu b'toratecha v'yached levavenu le'ahava u'li'ira et shemecha. Amen. Ken yhi ratzon.
Amen.